Darren Moore's press conference was very interesting. Let's go over some of the talking points. Hi guys, and welcome to this video. I hope everyone's well. If you could like, share, and subscribe to the channel, I'd much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the content. So, Darren Moore had his press conference as, he done for the start of the season. Really good, and it was streamed on YouTube, which I like. I like that when they keep doing things like that, it'll get us more engaged, or more engagement with the fans is something I want to see a lot more on the social side. Do a bit more of that, and it'll go a long, long way. So Darren Moore got some really good questions. Well, there was only one journalist I wasn't best pleased with, but I don't know where he was from. But well, let's just put it this way: I wasn't happy with the question he asked. It didn't seem great. Let's put it that way. So there was asked if there's any knocks going into the season. The only knock that we got is there's a knock on Patterson. They're going to assess the situation tomorrow. He was really happy that we got a lot of players in quickly, and it wasn't like last season. Basically where we had to wait, and we're going to get players out on pre-season, got them to gel, integrate with the squad. He was happy that all the deal got done early. When asked about new players, the answer was pretty much no. There's nothing in the pipeline at the moment, but like I said, 24 hours is a long time in football. That could change. There are positions he wants to get in, but he won't turn around and say what positions he wants. He did say about maybe having someone a bit more out wide. Is that possible? A Wilkes deal, because he said the situation where we're waiting to getting agreements in place with clubs and players. It felt like a little bit of a we know what the situation is with Wilkes there. That's what it is for me. Now, there have been no bids for our players at all, which is really good to hear. No one come in for. When it came for the preparation for pre-season, he said he would like to get another pre-season game in behind closed doors, just to get some of the thin players a little bit fitter, a bit ready to go in. But at the end of the day, the main concern that he got no injuries. Now, he got talking about the injury investigation he did, and he's confident that there's less injuries. The review that they had done is interesting because it was all sorted. It got all the things that we needed. Now, we will talk a bit more about injuries later because it's very interesting. That got asked a lot. When asked about if he's going to go to a 3 or a 4, he said, he basically kind of said it's going to be a fluid formation. He can go with a 3 or a 4. It's something he will do. He will definitely go after a different formation at the back if need be. Now, he would talk about the automatic places, and was that last year's goal? And yes, it was last year's goal. It didn't happen. It's the same again this season, but we are going to just look at ourselves and then see what happened, because I think last season we had a lot of it where we were looking over our shoulders too much and not concentrating on ourselves, and that's one of the things that we need to improve on. Talked really highly about Portsmouth and about some of the business they've done. Talked highly about the Cowley brothers as well, and he basically said how fans are really important, and he spoke how things were spoke about at the forum and stuff. So there was more talking points. The journalist that was on second, I wasn't that pleased with, but at the same time, he got asked, are we better equipped this season? He feels like they are better equipped this season to go into it. More players at a good time. So it's one of the things he wants to take a lot of that momentum we had last season and take it into this season, because we did have a lot of momentum near the end of the season. If we can harness that and move it into it, which would be really good. So on the injury things, the investigation brought a lot of red flags in, and with that it brought in new machines, new members of staff, new ways of doing it, a lot more stretching, and it's one of these things. It's nice to see that that's happened, and it feels like he's pinpointed the injuries that were happening at the training ground, where there were injuries happening, that muscle injury by the sounds of it. It sounds like he pinpointed where all the muscle injuries were happening, but he said it's a contact sport. Not non-contact, sorry. It's a contact sport, so there's going to be times. He was actually saying how there was a player in training who hit the post and he's like, oh, here we go, I'm going to start with an injury right here, right now, and it wasn't the case, so that's great. So, the interesting thing about So, now this is a big one. So, there've been no bids for So. Now, granted, the talk in the duck paper was that it was a free transfer. From what has been said, he said we've had no bids in, there've been no contacts. So we've been in training today. He was in training all this week. So for him, it's a no story. He doesn't know where it come from. So it's still a Sheffield Wednesday player. That is the big one in here. Sheffield Wednesday still have So in the squad, and that's interesting. Hunt and Gavlin are going to still stay in the squads. They have been offered for loans this season, and yeah, he basically said, I'm not going to turn around and tell you who the players are, who the clubs are who come in for him. It just Smith and Volks had not, but they seem like they're ready to go now. Now, before Darren Moore came into the press conference, there was a good press conference with Josh Windass. Just some of the points on that, Josh Windass said he's not willing to talk about contracts yet because he feels like he not earned one yet because of how he was out most of last season. I love the honesty from Josh. There is a goal target which got mentioned in Darren Moore's interview. There is a goal target for Josh Windass. He didn't say what the target is, but it's more about just letting him have fun, seeing a fit Josh Windass and seeing what happens, and that's important. The loan market said it's going to be, he basically wants to do a lot more of the business of free transfers and getting our own players in. They will look in the loan market if need be. There was the talk about pace, about needing pace, and he said, I understand what the fans are saying, that we need pace, but also he kind of said it's somewhere where he would like to get a player in like that. It, again, came back to the whole situation. Is this a kind of thing about going and getting Wilkes? He did say he would like a bit of pace in the squad. If he could get it, he will. And also, there was talk by Dom Howson asking, is there a way of playing Smith, Gregory, and Windass all in the same team? Basically said, yep, I've got a formation where they can play in the same team, so that's not an issue. I'm not going to tell you what they are right now. But all in all, I thought it was a fantastic press conference by Darren Moore. He seems raring to go for the season, as do the Wednesday players by the sounds of it. We push on and we move on for next season. Last season is done. Start of a new season, and let's start on the front foot. Let's just go for it. That's all we can ask for from the players. If we want to start on the front foot, not playing catch up. If we start early, let's have other teams try and chase us because it sets a marker for us. Let's start the season. There's a video going up at 6 PM, which is the preview for the Pompey game, and then there's a live stream at 8 PM, which is a community live stream special for the community to get involved, and in there I will have maybe my prediction, because I might do them on here because they are going to be in the Talking Wednesday podcast as well, so I don't want to kind of step on the feet of the podcast as well, because they're going to be in there as well. So let's see what happens, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.